Good morning, my friends. Happy Friday. I always do this. I turn on the screen because right when I go live, I see my face pop up on my bottom screen and I realize my TV isn't on. So that is why I always do that then. How we doing? How's your morning going? Should be a good day today. We are going to have a fantastic trading day. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to get set up. We're going to take a look at the market, see what's happening here. We had a wonderful, wonderful sell-off yesterday. I was able to participate in that. Got in somewhere around there. Sold around here for about 168 handles. I posted that video. I told you I was going to be working on holding my trades longer. I was going to be working on holding those trades longer. Is that Ray Bear? Did I have that? Am I saying that right? Ray Bear? Ray and Bear 1. Good morning. Deborah, good morning. Glad to have you this morning. Good to see you guys. We have had a nice retracement from that sell-off. On the 15-minute, we are getting right up there. We have to the new day opening gap. Besides these equal highs, here's what I think. I think these equal highs are becoming juicy. I think these... So can I say Ray? Ray, is that good? If I say Ray... Just so if I call you, I just don't want to make sure I'm saying it right. So if we, look at 15 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4 times we have made these equal highs. This is the draw on liquidity. That is what I'm going to be looking for. We'll see where we open in relation to the new day opening gap. And where midnight open is as well. Where's midnight open? Here it is. All right, so here's midnight open. I like to reference that on my charts. Okay, all these other midnight opens we can start getting rid of. I'm okay with getting rid of those. Kind of clean up the chart a little bit. We will also reference where the 9:30 open is this morning, which will be in 5 minutes. Yeah, so we're gonna have another great day. We're doing the 3-trade challenge this week, and I'm saying it that way because we're highlighting the fact that we are not. Where is it? I thought I had it on here. We're highlighting the fact that we are only taking 3 trades. Now, I did post on X yesterday that I went 4 for 4. That included the demo trades that I called out. So I only took the 1 trade, and then in the afternoon, I was doing only 1 micro, and my goal was to learn to take a trade and to hold it. I said that was going to be my primary goal. Not my primary goal, but I made it a primary goal yesterday afternoon when I saw the opening range gap and just wide open. This yellow box right here, we were way up here and we had all of this space down here, and I'm like, this could really go. I need to really work on holding. So I got in for a short, was up 40 handles, and I started recording. And if you can see that video, I posted it yesterday it's like 168 handles or 168 points in 30 minutes, where I held it for about 30 minutes, and you'll see that drop dramatically and just kind of my reaction to it, how I felt during the process, because holding it is not child's play. Holding a trade when you're in profit is extremely difficult, because the last thing you want to do is lose that money. And that's the last thing that you want to have happen. Okay. So we got about 3 minutes till the open. Let's look at the daily time frame here, and let's get us a top-down analysis of where we think what's happening here. So we absolutely could run these highs right here. We absolutely could run these highs and still be in a receding market or a declining market. And I want to view price in that light. I want to see price wick up to those levels. Way up. That's some range. That's 100, 200. That's over 200 points. Let's see, 150 points. It's about 150 points. So that is what I would be interested in. We absolutely could go lower first before that happens. We have equal lows here, relatively equal lows here. We have really smooth edges here. We have smooth edges here from midnight open. So we just have to sit and wait and be patient. That's what we have to become masters at. Masters at being patient. Masters at waiting. Masters at just watching price. And not worrying about what's going to happen. But the context, so you guys know why I think we're going to eat these equal highs, is for two reasons. Okay? Number one, we filled this imbalance that gives us permission to move higher. Number two, these are equal highs. So the minimum it really needs to go is to these equal highs. That's it. And I think we could do that. You like how it wicks there and comes right back down? I mean, it literally goes like a tick away or so from these highs. This high, the high of this candle is 694.25. The high of this candle is 693.50. So 75 cents is the spread there. Good morning, Gino. How you doing? I'm doing great this morning. We're going to have a great trading morning. We're going to call it. We're going to call it like it is. It's Friday. Do we got news today? Do we got news? Let's jump over to the news and let's see what we got. Friday morning. So here's Friday, August 30th. It's the end of the month as well. So USA, we had core PCE at 8:30. Where's the 8:30 candle? There it is. Okay, we left a little bit of a wick. We'll probably run that. And then, do we have anything else? Revised consumer sentiment? Nah, not really. Okay. So, we've gotten the news that we needed for today. There's the opening bell 10 seconds ago. This is our data high right here. We will run this. I don't know why I just did that in the first place. This is our data high from 8:30. We have our opening price as well, our 9:30. So there's 9:30. There's the wick of buy side. Not a surprise there. Let's drop down into the regular trading hours and look at that nice gap. This is what will be filled at some point. Typically it's filled, or a portion of it is filled during the day. So I like to make that yellow. We'll open up our regular trading hours. And last thing we need to drop on here is from 1600 to 1800. It doesn't look like we're going to have one, I don't think. I think it's right here. Yeah. So we closed here, opened here. So nothing. We're not going to mark that. I might just do a line. I'm going to put that on there just to see what happens to price if it wants to, if it's going to do anything with it. So far, not a single fair value gap on the 1 minute. That's kind of what we're looking for at the open, is when do we get separation? When do we get a fair value gap to show displacement? I'm looking for higher prices, but I need context for us to go higher. I'm not just going to go long here. That's just a mistake. Really what would be nice to see is something where we wick lower, come lower, do a little bit of this business, and then move higher, leaving some type of fair value gap in here, like that. That would be nice. Where you could go long on the inversion of this fair value gap, or you could go long when we tap the breaker, if there's a breaker that forms. Those are the two ways that I'd be interested in. We left this. This is still liquidity sitting up here, even though it was purged briefly. We're not interested in it going back up here right now. That's not a draw on liquidity right now. I would see this more of a draw. These relatively equal lows here. That's what I'm looking for here this morning. So, as far as Apex goes, they are now back doing their 80% off. So you can use the code DTJ if you want to use Apex for your funded journey. There's been a little bit of drama going on with them lately. I'm going to make a video on that. I basically talked about it yesterday, but I think I'm going to make another video on that. It tends to be a hot topic, so why not? You like that small little wick below? I mean, like by a tick, but relatively equal lows. I think we should push lower here. I want to see a fair value gap. Until, here's the thing. Here's what you guys do. Do not, when the market opens, do not do anything until you see your first fair value gap. That is a great way to be patient. Okay? A great way to stay out. Until you see your first fair value gap, you should wait. There's instances where you could take a trade, but very, very rarely. I don't recommend it. Look at that. Look at that. That just looks nice. Good morning, Charles. How you doing? Happy Friday to you. Man, the 1 hour just looks like, I don't know. Look at that. That was yesterday. Similar to today. I mean, look at this pattern, guys. This past week. Click, 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 drop. Click, 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 drop. Click, 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 expansion, drop. Click, click, click. What are we going to do? What's going to happen? Charles, I'm doing fantastic. I am coming off a high of doing my first trade, taking over 168 handles yesterday. I posted a video on it. I bought a contract. I was up like 40 handles, and I'm like, okay, why don't I just turn on the camera? Let's talk about the journey of how I'm feeling, because I was like, I don't want to hold this because it literally is going really slow. And I turn on the camera, and then right when I turn on the camera, like 10, 15, 20 seconds later, it drops. It literally drops like 70 points. It was crazy. It was just like, bam, it just collapsed on me. It was a great video. Only 8 minutes long, but there's some things to learn in it too. Well, never mind. I thought we were going to have a fair value gap there. Click. I mean, guys, the only obvious thing right now is these equal highs. I mean, they're blaringly obvious. Okay. Today's also Friday. Let's go to the weekly. Actually, let's go to the daily and let's look at the weekly profile. Okay. So, when we talk about this is a higher time frame concept that helps you bring context to the trades that you take, okay? When we are looking at the weekly profile, that means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? We are on Friday right now. We want to look at here. We went lower, consolidated, lower, and so I would say these were our expansions. I would say today's a reversal day. We had a reversal day here, but we didn't complete it. This one is going to retrace back up. So when you see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, usually Thursday and Friday are going to be either continuations or reversals of what took place. So we had an expansion consolidation, or you could say this whole piece right here was consolidation with expansion lower with a potential reversal. So either we're going to see a reversal or consolidation. I do not see an expansion lower today, but if you Google, let me see. I think I have one as well. I think I have one somewhere. All right, let me share this here real quick. I'll share another resource just so you guys can see this here. Okay, I have the screen up. I'm watching it. I'm waiting. We're waiting for that first fair value gap. Okay, time price research. So this is the ICT weekly range profiles. Okay, this is time and I'll just drop this on here. I don't care that it's somebody else. I think it will be helpful for you guys, okay? So there's the link to what I'm talking about right now. So we have a classic Tuesday low of week. We have a classic Tuesday high of week. Wednesday low of week. That would be what I would call this is a Wednesday low of week, okay? We also have Wednesday high of week. We have consolidation, Thursday reversal. That could be a Thursday reversal as well. We have consolidation, Thursday reversal, consolidation, midweek rally. I don't think that's that one. Midweek decline, seek and destroy, bullish Friday. Okay. You could see this as a Monday, which we went down. Tuesday we went up. Wednesday we went down. Thursday higher, and Friday higher. So Friday could also be a seek and destroy bullish day, which I think we're bullish, and it could be seek and destroy. And Wednesday, weekly reversal. Wednesday, bearish Wednesday reversal. These are all the profiles on what you could potentially expect during a week. What does this do? Let's go back to the screen here. What does this do? And here's our first fair value gap. This gives us context on helping us pick potential directions on the market. It helps us get context on, are we bullish, are we bearish on the day? Now, you cannot just take these profiles alone. You can't say, oh, we did this, look at this, we must be going lower. Okay? Because there were two profiles on there when I'm looking at the daily time frame that could have been one of these scenarios. This could have been a Wednesday reversal or a Wednesday continuation. It could have been a consolidation breakout. It could have been, you could see this as, I'm not looking at it, so I can't remember all of them. My point is, when you see liquidity here, this needs to be your draw on liquidity. Now you go look at the weekly profile and say, does something support this? Okay, one of those weekly profiles, the Thursday reversal, supports this. This is the Thursday reversal. Friday, you could also see this as a seek and destroy. If this seek and destroy, that tells me I need to be careful. This is the draw on liquidity, but we may, to get up there, it could look like this. It could look like this. And if it's going to look like that and still get up there, we probably don't want to participate in that crap. So we need to see how price flows. So because it's Friday, I'm going to be extra cautious, and I'm going to look at how clean are my setups? How clean is the order flow that I'm seeing? Is it respecting price? Okay, we have an opening range gap to the downside, but we also have drawn liquidity to the upside. We have arguments for both directions right now. I want to see which way it wants to go first. Right now, it's not giving me a direction. We do not call this a direction, guys. I'm talking, I'm looking for 20, 30 handles in a single candle. This is, I guess that's 20 handles. We're looking for expansion and displacement. And maybe this is it. A small sweep of this low, moving in the other direction. I can get behind that. But I want to see continued evidence and support that my models and order flow is going to be clean. If it's going to be choppy and disgusting, I don't want to participate in that. We got 3 trades to work with. We only got 3 trades. We want to be careful with the trades we take. Are we going to close below this? By the way, guys, what's my latency on this? Are we good? Are we good? What's the delay on the chart? On the bottom, you'll see the time. Right now, it's 47. It's 9:47, 35, 36. I want to see this candle, how it reacts with this level. Okay, are we going to find support here to move higher? Are we going to run through it? Right now, it looks like a great support level. We're gonna close. So we close just above it. This still can be interesting, and we could go to the midpoint of the opening range gap. If I'm looking at where this could target, if it wants to go lower, I'm targeting the midpoint. I'll see if I can. Actually, that's not a bad idea there, Alki. I'll see if I can get that after this stream, or maybe when price slows down. I wouldn't mind doing a nice big time point so people can see the delay. All right, so grab liquidity, found a fair value gap. This would be a nice inversion. I'd be interested in that for a continuation with the expansion of to the upside. Now with seek and destroy, I'm looking for 10 handles, 15 handles. I'm not really interested in long holds unless I can get, a small runner. But right now I'm on mini contracts. I don't have any micros loaded up. That'd be your break-even point. We haven't closed, and it looks like it's going to run without us. If we go back up and touch this, I'll be interested in taking a short. Depends how we close, though. There's our close. If it expands lower here, I'm not taking it. All right, I'm going to go short there. We're watching this fair value gap to see if it rejects. If we close right through it, then I'm going to close my position. Got 22 seconds left. It's not looking good. I'm going to close that now because it is being extremely aggressive. And I'm going to go probably the other direction here. Let's see how this plays out. That was just a nasty candle. This is the seek and destroy things that I'm talking about. That was nasty. Nobody wants to play in that. Ugh. Here's a small sell side or buy side. Oh, we've already grabbed it. Okay, so we have a breaker here, right in the middle of this fair value gap. I like that. A small little breaker sitting right there. I think it's decided and told us it wants to run the other direction. It wants to run higher. How it reacts with in here, I don't know yet. But this is what I'm interested. I'm interested in something like this. If we're gonna get two losers in a row when we have order flow, then it's telling me that I need to stay out. Okay, that's what we have to be extra careful, because this was a big doozy. This was I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to make this really hard for you. Okay, there's a stab into there. It's just... And here's an inversion. We also have this inversion right here. Yeah. Look at that. This is... Let's see where this closes here. We're being very careful here, guys. Very careful. I'm going to downsize. I'm going to go smaller. I think I'm going to do a micro long here. We're going to see what happens with that. See if we find that support here, or if it's going to not give us that support. I want to close above this volume imbalance right here. Two minutes till 10 o'clock. I'd love to see an expansion at that 10 o'clock hour. I'm going to move my stop to break even here. Stops to break even. So I'm making this a free trade. Right now, guys, this is on my personal account, so that's why you're not seeing it. But we are long. My entry was 577. Let's put that on here. 577. This was my long. I'm at break even. We're looking at seeing if we can get to this high. If we can get through that high with aggression, I want to hold it. There we go. That's what I want to see. I wanted to see it hold and not reverse. Okay, like I said, my stop is at break even, and I'm going to let this run. And I'm going to target these highs. I would love to be able to target that high. But if we have another major swing high, I might go for it. That's what I'll do. I'm going to go for the new day opening gap. I'll go for 58 handles. I'll be happy with 58 handles on that. Oh, I want to learn to hold longer. This high is sitting at, what are we sitting at? 635. I will sell that. And then I will look, not right now. My targets, I'm going to hold through this. My my goal will be go to my eval in funded accounts. I might change my mind on this. I might just hold through. So right now my target, I have a limit order set right here. I'm considering raising it. I think I am. I think we're going to get another retracement. That's going to give me another opportunity to go long, and I'd like to do on my funded and eval accounts, because this is on my cash account. I'm really targeting this high right here, guys. That's really why I'm targeting it. This is a 15-minute swing high right there. But, I mean, you look, and if you just look a little bit higher, you got all of this. It's hard to ignore all of that. I just think if we get this, we could get a bigger retracement. And if we get that bigger, I don't want to be a part of the bigger retracement. I would like to take a new long at that big retracement. That's kind of my thought on that. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I think I made my mind. I want it to be at 35, 635, right at that high. I want to see this fair value gap hold right now. This fair value gap needs to hold. If it doesn't, I'll probably close the position. Currently up about 30 handles right now. And there, it's probably going to stop me out. Yep, there's a stop out. This is why. That there, my friends. Seek and destroy Fridays. You got to make sure you take your profits on that. I got stopped out on break even. To the tick. A couple ticks. That sucks. Part of learning to hold longer. Hey, it was a break-even trade, so doesn't count against me. I still got 2 more trades. That sucks. You know, sometimes I wonder, it's like I'm messing around with micros. If I would simply go to a mini contract, I would have been up $1,000 on one mini contract. Close that trade, baby. That's what I'd have been saying. Deborah, way to go. I love to hear that. Done for the day. All green. Way to go. Nice job. Congratulations. Okay. I really am interested in this, but I'm not. What I mean by that is I'm feeling the pull to want to take this, but I think the logical side of me is saying stay away from this. We really never grabbed any liquidity. We have this inversion we could reject. So logically, I'm feeling a stay out, but emotionally, I want to take this long. So I think you know what the answer should be, guys, right? The answer is stay out. My guess for if she has 5 time frames, if I had to guess what they are, they're the 1, 2, 3, 5, 15. Those would be the time frames. Did I get that right? No, weekly, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute. Okay, way to go. Gino, good luck, man. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll be back on Monday morning, okay? Have a good day. I'm more interested in this level now, to be honest. Because we rejected it and grabbed liquidity here and came into the breaker and fair value gap. I'm not saying I'll take it, but it's becoming more attractive if it was to do something. We could run these equal lows here if we start getting an expansion candle lower. Tells me we're just doing this seek and destroy junk First trade was a loss. Second trade was break even. I was up, what, 40 handles? I think I was up 40 handles. Came all the way back down to break even. Now, I will say I did take 2 micros, not 1 micro. So I was able to take a profit. But then my last contract broke to break even. So, and I was only doing a micro on that. Or 2 micros. In it to win it, baby. Not in anything. We're just in it to win it. Looking for that setup. Being patient. Waiting for the obvious. If anything, I would like to see an expansion candle right here to leave a fair value gap. If we can leave a fair value gap, I'm not sure we're going to get it. We could come back up into it here for a breaker to the downside, filling these the opening range gap and these relatively equal lows down here. It doesn't look like it's going to give us the fair value gap, though. There is one right here. This works. This fair value gap works. I'm just not going to go short there because we did not break below this level. And we didn't run this level. I want to see displacement lower before I'm willing to take a breaker. So here's our fair value gap on the left. Here's our fair value gap on the right. Here's our breaker's closing price right here. That would be our potential entry. However, I want to see displacement below this low first. So not going to take that. Are we going to find support at the new day opening gap from the 27th, 3 days ago? We've respected it here, came up through it. This is the only candle that just kind of just went right through it, but then everything else has respected it so far. I like this in small inversion right here to this high.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Watching this high to be ran. Break even will be right here. That's when we'll move our stop to break even. I just want to see if we can get a little bit of push. I may just, how many handles? That's 7 handles. I might just sell at 10 handles if we can get it. Just a little push above that. A close below this fair value gap right there will be a close in that trade. And it will be a day to stay out of the market, in my opinion. It looks like it's going to go back down. Trying to give it enough room for any potential wicks, but also protect myself if we get another giant green candle like that, or red candle that just explodes lower. I want to avoid that. Okay, I'm going to close that. Close below that inversion fair value gap and got out immediately, telling me that it wants to change directions. And that's exactly what happened there. Not as clean today, folks. Not as clean today. Kind of want to take that short, but I'm going to wait. Don't chase. Don't chase. Let it come back up. Let it give us a retracement. Let's see where it wants to give us a retracement. I want to see if we close below this fair value gap. That's the final one. Right there. I'm going to go right there. Let's see if it holds. This is the last trade. If I lose this one, I'm done. This is our first fair value gap on the day. We closed just below it. I want to see it act as an inversion fair value gap. We're looking for these lows down here, and then the midpoint of the opening range gap right here. Okay, first target's going to be this right here to move our stop to break even.
Order submitted.
A close above this, I'm just going to close it and call it a day. Okay, closed above it. I'm holding it for a second, seeing it was pretty close. I just make sure. We have this breaker level right there and the new day opening gap sitting right above it. This would probably be a close above that is going to be my, unless we just see another expansion the other direction. Once we get below these lows, I'm probably going to move my stop to break even sooner. There's my stop to break even. I'm going to see if it wants to continue lower. I'm going to take this the
Order submitted.
I think I'm going to take it there. I feel like it's a seek and destroy.
Order canceled.
And because of that, I don't know if we're going to run this low right now. I had that thought down here and I decided to hold. And I lost what? 15 handles as a result of that. I'm up 7 handles on that trade. I'm glad I held through that that mechanical stop. Order flow is showing me bearish. Knowing that these wicks have come back all the way up to the entries, I didn't want to risk getting stopped out. This could absolutely, and I expect it to run, but these retracements that we've been seeing have been really large, and I didn't want my stop. I didn't want to get stopped out of break even. I'm going to secure profit. I should have done it earlier. I should have done it when I was up 25 handles. I didn't. My guess, there's the, I think I got in short right here. I would have been stopped out. Yeah, I would have been stopped out right there. Now, this is typical for a Friday that follows a big move day. Big move day, following day. Back and forth, a lot of back and forth. And that is I should have taken it sooner, to be honest. Being able to Charles, way to go, man. 18 handles on that down move. Be done. Call it a day. It's the weekend. If you're green, call it a day. Be happy with what you got. And, dude, trust me, it sucks to go into the weekend with a loss. I see this pushing lower. I mean, we got too much smooth. It's too smooth right here. It's too smooth. We're going to run those. Hit the like button for me, guys, if you appreciate the commentary, the walking through of the trades. Probably halfway through this trade right here, like, oh, this guy's taking another loss. What a loser. Held through it. Got a nice win. I should have sold sooner. Once we ran this low here, I didn't. So I lost, what, 10 handles? 10 handles or so. Look at us respecting the low of the new day opening gap right here. See how we're respecting that? We can still push up through it, but with the expectation of order flow, I'm watching to see if we want to respect this first fair value gap still, or if we're not. I think we do, and we push lower here. That's what I would want to see. And for those of you joining, I mentioned earlier, Apex is doing, they reinstated the 80% off sale that's going on. So use the code DTJ for your best and most updated discounts with Apex. No extra cost to you. I mean, if you use Apex and you're going to use it, I just ask you to use that code. It helps me out. Interesting. I'm just watching this level right here. I'm going to get rid of that for right now. We made this and we inversed this from this big down move, grabbed liquidity. See if we find support right here in this new day opening gap. We could run this high right here. The same way we left those equal highs, we could leave these equal lows for later. And boom, there's a win right there. Call it when we were right here, 49 to 60. So that's 10 handles pointed out right here for a move. Not interested in that. Really don't care about that. Want to watch that as a breaker. Today's definitely harder to read. It is definitely harder to read today. Where's the 930? This is 930 price. Yeah, I like this. I think this is our expansion higher to start running to this 15-minute high here. And I think we could run to these equal highs. Where's that? Come on. Yep. Okay, for those that are watching, I didn't call this. I'm in a long here. I sold a couple of them here. I'm going to hold these. Working on holding longer, like I said before. I want to hold to the 15-minute highs and for the equal highs that are really way up there. So currently in that right now. Going to hold these to break even. We'll do it just above to cover penny commissions there. But I'm determined to learn to hold these longer, and hopefully we don't get stopped out again. So entry was at 59 right here. Stops at break even. Want to target that 15-minute high right there. That'd be 76 handles. And then if we decide today we want to run this high, that's 134 handles. I'm determined to learn to hold. I think I have the setup for it. I could get stopped out. It's happened twice already. We'll take one contract off there and leave one runner for the high. That is the plan. The reason why I like this is, here's the 930 candle. Power of 3 says you want to buy below the opening price. We did. And you want to see it expand higher. I think we are bullish overall in the day, and it's why I think we will reach for at least this 15-minute, which we're going to hold for that, and try to reach for that the equal highs with the last remainder contract. So break even is instituted right now. It's another free trade for me. I'm okay. I would rather take the break even trade and not go negative and get stopped out than I would rather than putting, a stop loss down here to protect myself and take a 10 handle loss on those two contracts. So break even. We're just wanting to see if we can get that expansion right now. And if it doesn't happen, get stopped out. But I think this is it. I think this is the time. I do have some conviction in it. We grabbed liquidity but left this and had an expansion move the other direction. So this could be the afternoon. We could come back down here the afternoon, or we could just be doing a seek and destroy and just forget what I just told you type mentality. So we are going to see how this plays out here. The goal, the focus here is not the profits. The focus here is instituting the ability to hold for longer trades. I've talked about it a few times. People have asked about it. I've told people how to do it. Well, now I need to show you. Okay? Now I'm going to show you. We want to see it close above this fair value gap right here. This is the next point of resistance. We have some swing highs sitting right here, but we want to see us close through this. Okay? This is the last resistance on the 1 minute time frame. There is nothing else. So if we turn, it's going to be here. I actually have my screen not even pulled up with the contracts, so I don't even look at it. I don't want to see, oh, look, you're up with just those contracts. Look how much you're up with just those contracts. You should sell it. We're going to stay away. I told you there was going to be some resistance here. So I expect this. We could even expect this. We got this order block within a fair value gap. We want to find support in this area. We really want to see the support in this area with this fair value gap and order block. Why am I not recording this? Okay, I'm recording now. We are in a trade going long right now. We are working on holding the trade. We got in at this breaker sitting right here. I will show you my entries here in a second. We had an inversion fair value gap that we broke above, came back down below, found some support in this inversion fair value gap right here, as well as this new day opening gap from 827. We currently are in around this level at break even, right around the 930 opening price, looking to expand to the 15-minute buy-side liquidity, as well as these triple equal highs sitting here and there and there and there. So very prominent draw on liquidity in my personal opinion. And we are currently, here's my, let me share my entry right now. Okay, so here we are right now. My entry's right there. I have my stop loss set. We don't want it to run against us. This is the problem that when you're learning to hold longer, is when you see these candles running down. There it is, stopped out at break even. That is that sucks. This is the cost of learning to hold longer. Now, I did take profit right here, so I sold 3 contracts there, which is great. But this is a Friday, and it didn't run in my favor. So, when you're learning to hold longer, this is the cost of it. This is the cost. We didn't really have any type of retracement that I could have moved my stop up. So, I didn't have that yet. I didn't have the opportunity for that. Now, look at the aggression on that. We will run these equal lows right now. We will run these equal lows. Equal losh. Sheesh, equal losh. The key thing that you need to remember, though, guys, is that even though I got stopped out at break even, I made money here. My entry was 59, and I sold at 75. So that was 15 handles on those two guys. So I still made money. So you have to pay yourself, and then you hold for the longer moves. If we would have gotten a retracement here and then broke higher, that's when I would have moved my stop up to the swing low that was made here. But we just melted right into my stop loss. Sucks. Part of the game. Part of the game. I've accepted it. And do you see how it does all this and doesn't run these lows right now? I'm green on the day, and I think I'm going to be done. I don't want to have a mess up, slip, have a mistake. I pretty much taken my 3 trades. Even though this was another break-even trade, I could take another trade. I don't want to. I want to end the week green, and I'm already up $600. So I think, yeah, we're going to be wise. This is another muscle we have to exercise, is learning to stop when you're ahead. Stop before it goes bad. We are logged out, my friends. We are out. Give me a second. Folks, we're going to have to cut the stream early today. I have somebody trying to install a dishwasher at my rental property, and my renter's not there, and there's a big dog in the house. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut it early today. I got to get this taken care of. I'm done on the day anyway. So have a fantastic week, guys. Be blessed. God bless you. We'll be back on Monday morning, same time, same place. And we're going to win again. We had a completely green week this week. All green. So